Vibe, because Vibe so far unbeaten, having a 3-0-6-1 record in the division. That could be a really super sick story as well.
It could be a fantastic story. Yeah. And let's back up and talk about Bishu versus MC. That one happened earlier on in the season.
Yeah, in week 2.
Nail-biting 3-game series that Bishu almost won.
It was 2 games, but both games were super close.
Should have been a 3-game series because Bishu almost won.
No, you're right,
both
man.
Of the games.
If you missed those PvPs, guys, definitely worth checking out. MC versus Bishu was great. MC really showing some boss toss magic. That was super awesome. And you know, a player like Torzen is also in this division, Ben. So still so many great games coming up of Division 4. And of course, tomorrow Division 5 as well, my favorite division. And we have players like the Muslim, the Maga, and so much more. Stefano, Sen.
Not just that though, Kevin. We've got a special Homecraft show match tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Of course, put together by the boys over at Take TV. It's Nerchio versus Naniwan, a best of 11. If you're unaware of that one, you're gonna have to be up early for it. 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's more of a special thing for the Germans and for the European fan base. It is again a very European event, all put together by Take TV. But come join us. Certainly if you're going to be awake, if you're making your way to work, or if you're at the office, tune in. Nerchio, Naniwa, 2 of the absolute titans of the European StarCraft scene, and they will be clashing tomorrow.
You know, Ben, 8 hours ago, I could have never thought StarCraft 2 made me as happy as I feel right now. Because I had a bitter start today. You could have seen my face.
Why don't you tell me about it? Why did you have such a bad morning today, Kev?
Well, guys, yesterday we had a long night. Eventually, I came home. I went to sleep immediately, and I put double alarm to wake up at 5:30 to play a European Heart of the Swarm tournament. Somehow, some way, did not wake up in time. Todd knocked on my door at 8. He's like, hey, you're not playing this game? I was like, yeah, damn it. So I go online immediately. I got forfeit loss in the first round. I could still play the loser bracket, so I thought, okay, I might as well go for it. Got kind of old about against Cloud, just didn't play very well, so that made me mad. Then I played a game against the Zerg, man, and he was playing pretty good, but I still felt I could win. Eventually, I ended up losing that game. Later on, I checked his profile. He's rank 1 GM, and he has 21-0 record in Heart of the Swarm. That made me so mad, because I want to be that guy that could have beat him. Then I played another game, I got 4-gated. Then I played another game, I disconnected, and I was on live tilt. Like, I just thought that this day is going to be a rough day, but MC and Taeja, man, they made up for it.
That's right, Kev. What starts off rocky ends with bliss, as MC Taeja have been showing us some really exciting stuff. Taeja going for fast expand once more, but this time getting the barracks first so that he doesn't have to deal with crazy MC harass. MC has no intentions of anything like that. He has, of course, scouted the gasless 1 racks from Taeja. Does not know that the command center's down yet, but I guarantee you he's assuming it right now.
2 Rexes going down for Taeja as well, so he's playing this safe ban. He's going to be able to get enough Marines out in case he has to deal with some heavy gateway pressure. A lot of Terrans like to go 2 Rexes as well, which means that you can get your attack rolling a little bit quicker as you take those refineries quicker, which means that, of course, you speed up the entire process of getting the factory and the medevacs. But Taeja is playing this safe, and there's nothing wrong with the 3 Rex opener.
Not at all. One of the standards, and it's standard for a reason, because it's safe, it's strong, and it has transitions. There's the Nexus from MC. He's going to be a bit behind economically to Taeja. His Nexus just starting as Taeja's Orbital's already about halfway done. That's not the best spot to be in, but again, MC should be fairly comfortable from this position. It's one that he's got to be familiar with.
His tag is going to be a little bit quicker, as he always has at a simulator. That's kind of how PvT plays out, Ben, unless you want to go funky and you want to go Nexus first, but then there are so many other things you want to have to worry about. Some people go Gateway, Nexus, and then Core and Gas, but that's kind of weird as well. And yeah, this is just how it is. Your Nexus is going to be a little bit later, but of course when you know that wow, okay, that's
one way to get back in a game.
Well, I mean, it's not even like he's super behind or something.
5 minutes and 45 seconds.
How often do you see this, man? 2 Nexus in production?
How often do you see that in ZVP? Or ZVT. Like, that is a super fast Nexus. And Kevin, what this boils down to is MC's taking a risk. Yep. And if Taeja does not identify that risk quickly, he's gonna miss his window to punish it, because it's not a very big window. Once MC starts mining on that expansion, he's got 2 minutes maybe of dicey time, and then after that, it's party time in Protoss Town.
How dicey? And Protoss parties are the best, by the way. There ain't no party like a Protoss party. Serve. You know, I always enjoy partying with Protoss players. You know, Munchie, awesome guy. Bling, awesome. Sasa, awesome. You know, there ain't no party
Yoan
like
is pretty awesome.
Joanna, that's awesome.
Hazu party with the best of them.
Hazu, Wydra, oh man.
Oh my God, Wydra is the Protoss party king, man.
Good times, man. Mr. Turret is going up in the front as well. Taeja making sure he's saving us everything. He had a pretty quick engineering bay, and we already saw him working on that +1. It's going to be hard for Taeja to identify this though, Ben.
It will be, because MC has he's got some pretty good map control. He's got the Stalker sitting on the Zelnaga tower. You don't really want to run across the map with Marines when there are Stalkers out, because they can just kite you for days. It's pretty unlikely that Taeja is going to leave his base
before Medevacs.
Exactly. And at that point, that's when MC's starting to really stabilize and get into the healthy part of his mid-game.
What I think we're going to see, Ben, is this weird scenario where MC once more is going to have that sort of not super strong army, but he's going to have an overwhelming amount of gateway units. So yes, he can afford to lose a few Zealots and Stalkers to kiting Marines and Marauders, because his income is going to be so great that we might see a really big Protoss army, but not a very strong / mobile one, or one that can really push the issue. But still, if he's going to outmine Taeja with that and eventually stabilize, he's going to be ahead.
Perhaps even more bizarre is the concept of MC leaving his base and getting aggressive. Taeja's going to spot this and be like, oh crap, I just salvaged my bunkers, I better rebuild them. Or maybe he doesn't feel like he needs to.
I guess with Stim already done, and soon Medevacs is going to be out, I think Taeja is quite confident. He has so many Marines, there's so much DPS in his army.
Such confidence. He doesn't know how many gates he's playing against. What does he know? Wow, MC! Oh no, MC!
Stim is ready, Ben. He's going to need force fields.
Oh wow, this was a completely like fake aggression, and he just got smacked, man. Reminds me of Forrest Griffin versus Anderson Silva.
What happened?
Forrest tried to hang with the best striker in the world, and it didn't go so well.
I heard that. I heard the commentary. You don't go in a striking match with him. Ain't that right?
That's pretty much what it boils down to. Wow, MC, critical losses. Lost 1,000 resources worth of units.
And more importantly, Ben, he could really not afford to lose those units right now. Look at the army supply, 45 against 18. Yes, 4 more gates are in production, but I don't see a possible way how MC can ever survive against this push. Because this would have already been hard, Ben, if he didn't lose those units. He would need to buy himself some time for Colossus, because Colossus is the real answer to these Marine numbers of Taeja. Taeja still doesn't know about this, though. I could swear you, if Taeja knew about this Protoss, he would steam up that ramp right now.
Already. But he is taking his time, and time is not what it's working against him here. The first Colossus getting oh so close. MC with purely defensive force fields might be able to get that Colossus out. He won't have thermal lance though, and that's going to be...
he really needs the force field right now, Ben. He needs those seconds for those Colossus. And yes, no thermal lance is a big deal, but where are the Marauders, Ben? There's not a single Marauder in this mix. Oh, well, 3 Marauders are on the map right now, and they're making it... Wow, look at this reinforcements army of Taeja.
Yeah,
but still, 1 Colossus, Ben, can have fun with Marines for days. Force fields going down, beautiful force fields.
Did he let too many units through,
No, the Colossus is fine. As long as he doesn't let the Medevacs pick up the Marines, he's going to clean this up.
Oh, very nicely done there by MC. Colossus takes 0 damage, and MC does clean up all of those units. Taeja's going to continue reinforcing across the map, though.
Taeja really is going to have to drop or something, Ben, because maybe drop 8 Marines in the back and be active with those Marauders at front. There is no thermal lance, as you said. So Stim Marauders are super scary right now for Colossus. Taeja immediately going up to 3 bases as well.
MC does have thermal lance now on the way. Second Colossus joining the
risky,
fray
Ben.
as well. 1 force field, but there's no energy for more. That is a little bit scary. Taeja awfully clumped up. Second Colossus is here.
Oh, Taeja really missed the window because he just didn't know about MC's 3 bases. And now suddenly I'm really taking MC's position, Ben. He's up 22 workers, he's on 3 base, and he has the first answer, at least for now, to deal with Stim Bio. Certainly this, well, what used to be very Marine-heavy composition. Now the first now there are quite a few Marauders in the mix.
Billy and his entire family have been...
Look at MC. MC knows how good of in his shape he is right now, that he can even...
defensive cannons.
Yeah, like invest a little bit in static defense, as he knows that if this goes on for a little bit longer... Good scan here by Taeja, picks up the Observer. Makes it harder for MC, but this is the whole reason why he's getting those cannons. 3
Colossi are out now. Taeja has begun his Viking production. That's very important. MC needs to think about transitions as well.
And he is doing that. Twilight Concert is being wiped in right now. Wow, 7 cannons in production, by the way. That's perhaps slight overkill, but hey. There's a beautiful saying, Ben. You'd rather be safe than sorry.
Does that mean that MC doesn't want to take a 4th? That he wants to just go all in off 3 base?
Not necessarily. I think right now that he just wants to make sure that he won't get dropped, and he knows he can never die at the front. With Force Fields and Colossus, he's not going to die at the front. Even though Vikings are going to be annoying, eventually he will be fine. He just wants to camp and I guess buy time until the High Templars are out, and then he can still go up to 3 bases.
he doesn't know where the army of Taeja is, and if Taeja gets into position, that could be a little bit annoying. As
Viking is going to get some shots.
3 very brave Marines are going to go on a
suicide mission.
A suicide mission indeed. They kill a couple of probes. Probes are just robots, man. Is it really worth a human life?
I don't know. Ask Will Smith. He was the star in iRobot.
But those robots had souls, man.
Yeah, they were pretty evil.
They were self-aware.
Man, that's so scary if you think like your buddies with this robot and suddenly the robot hates you. Like stone cold killer. Man,
I grew up in a society that will never trust robots, Kevin. I was of the Terminator generation.
The Terminator, man. Whenever you say the Terminator, I think of Titan.
My dad actually had a crazy friend. His name was Steve. And I would go to Steve's house and we would watch action movies like Terminator and Aliens. And my dad and Steve, I'm pretty sure they were smoking weed in the back. And Steve would like make explosive tipped arrows and shoot them with his bow at trees and like knock trees over.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome.
I asked Dad about Steve like later on in life, and he ended up going to like prison for manufacturing deadly weapons.
Pretty scary army of Taeja, at least sort of idling around outside of these 3 bases of MC. MC is going to have to be careful. Viking count is high enough right now to deal serious damage. Taeja is sort of committing to this, but there are so many cannons. Storm is almost ready, but it's not completely ready yet.
MC has got to be kind of careful about how he engages. These Vikings are going to kill Colossi very, very fast. Where are the High Templar? Are there any High Templar? He hasn't warped in any?
Oh, he lost them then. Taeja focused down those High Templars while I was looking at the Vikings. So he did pick off a couple of High Templars, but MC has more, and he has money for more as well. And look at how many gates he's about to get. A couple of charge slots as well over here on the right side of the map.
Taeja is working on a 4th command center. MC still has never really left his base after that first botched little poke that he got punished so hard for. Now he's finally going to get out on the map, but it's a little bit scary now with Ghost out. Viking count is pretty high, 9 Vikings out, with a couple more popping out of the starport soon. So
MC is going up to 4 bases right now, Ben, which I think is the correct decision, as he only has 1 High Templar. He's getting 7 more gates. I have the feeling that the gas/mineral economy for MC didn't really line up in this game, which is very uncharacteristic, as he also made a lot of cannons. A couple of charge are going to be very annoying, and will buy him the time as well to get more.
Zealots just walk across the map right into Taeja's base.
They went all the way to the right side over here. They had a beautiful tour, man. They know all the good spots in Entombed Valley. So if you ever want to have a good day on Entombed, Ben, ask those Zealots.
They can talk about it in the afterlife, as Taeja cleans them up pretty quickly. Didn't really lose anything there.
MC takes control of the middle of the map as well. You know, Ben, I think the Ghost count and Viking count is going to be very high. Observer speed is being researched right now. Super important upgrade. Wow, Taeja's going forward. This is hard though, because MC has time right now to split out his army if he wants to. Well, he's going to give up the middle.
Like he wants to. He's going to back off. Doesn't feel like he's got quite enough.
Vision is so important, because his Zelnaga watch side. Oh, feedbacks maybe.
Stuckers need to be made. Oh, there's some feedbacks going on the Ghost, but I think every single Templar got hit by that EMP. Huge EMP. MC's now in full-on retreat. He's got nothing that he can really do here. Colossi just getting crushed, and Taeja just obliterates the army of MC. That fight was not even close. MC did
1 EMP, Ben.
120 supply against the 170 of his Terran opponent.
There are defensive High Templars though. If Taeja's careless, maybe...
1 good storm, a 2nd good storm, a 3rd good storm. Is it possible to actually hold here?
There's no follow-up damage. I mean, storms are great, and they will always do... Wow, look at all these Zealots. He needs to have 1 or 2 good more storms. He has a couple of cannons over here as well. Wow, MC...
Yeah, he's going to live to...
He's going to go Gateway only, I guess. Making Colossus right now when there are 10 Vikings already might not be the best idea. Zealots try to delay this 4th base of Taeja, but that's not going to be the case. Man, this is such a... This game doesn't really feel like MC to me, for some reason. Like he's been so passive.
Yeah, a couple of... I think a couple of small mistakes that resulted in pretty heavy losses. And yes, the passivity that we're seeing from MC is not really characteristic. It's not what we know him for. It's certainly a far cry from the game we just saw in Metropolis. As Taeja is going to try to work his way around this left side. A lot of cannons are going to help against those Vikings. Well, but not
and also cannons are super important, man, for vision, so he can actually storm and feedback. That's a pretty good storm. Buys himself once more a little bit of time. How many High Templars do we have left? We have 4 of them. And these cannons are crucial, Ben. And I actually really thought the moment that MC had this middle, Ben, should have spread out, get a couple of pylons and cannons over here, because you're always going to see scan, and the Vikings will always take out the observers. I mean, I played against Carlo Cloud this morning, and it's so annoying to play against good Terrans, because they go very Viking ghost heavy, and they scan the observers and kill the observers all the time. And if you just for one moment have no storm, and your Colossus are super exposed against all these Vikings, you're already in a world of trouble. So I think the moment MC has vision forever by having the Zelnaga Watchtower, I think he should have been more cautious about keeping it.
The Ire Marathon team gets cornered up in the top right-hand part of the map. Taeja tried to find those.
The Iron Man?
Yeah, man.
The
No, the Ire Marathon team.
I thought you said, okay.
The joke kind of fell flat, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe I didn't get it. Sorry, man. You can put it on me.
It's all good, bro. These Zealots guys going to be left up in the top right corner, where hopefully MC will remember to do something with them a little bit later on. Taeja still out on the map trying to find openings somewhere, but MC has maxed out again.
This pylon, by the way, is like, don't enter from the left, but enter from the right. Good storm.
Good storm indeed. Forces Taeja back yet again. MC making himself pretty unassailable.
MC has so many Zealots, by the way. 37 right now.
Yeah, and now the runners are
Oh,
on the move
nukes
again.
are starting to get research now as well, Ben. I'm digging that. Because it's awesome. If there's so many cannons, you might as well just stand there and try to nuke. Of course, MC is going to try to feedback / storm those High Templars. But oh man, what a show are these two guys putting up.
Yeah, hell of a game here on Entombed Valley, and it's really
a game that could have ended very early on, and then I don't know, it's crazy. I felt this game was over after MC lost all the sentries in the start.
It's probably going to come down to one single key engagement here, as we see Taeja once more dropping some scans, trying to get position on MC's army. Ghosts are out in front, looking to nail some of those High Templar.
So many juicy ghosts, man. They're all full on energy. You just want to feedback those bad boys, don't you? Or is that the Protoss?
I think that's the Protoss in eBay.
Okay. All Terrans are shaking their head right now.
As a Zerg player, I'm used to seeing ghosts and just GGing. That's the only time Terran ever makes them. The game's already over.
Both players, man, are kind of in a comfortable position right now, as both have a comfortable bank. Taeja has a little bit more gas. Of course, late game it's super easy for Protoss to spend gas if you really want to. And I'm curious to see, Ben, if we're even... yeah, I guess MC is just going to work off these amount of gates, maybe a few more gates soon. And the triple robo that he has working for him, as he has 1 robo in the main and 2 in the natural. Zealots, I mean, these Vikings are going to fight. Oh, Storm.
Well, they're actually splitting up the Vikings very nicely there. Vikings looking for
wow,
this
nice
Warp
juke
Prism.
though.
And
man, that's a hero Warp Prism.
Really pretty high level game we're seeing, just incredible.
Oh, Taeja is gonna move to the right top side of this map, man, and this also means that MC can retake this middle, and I would love to see him get a couple of pioneers / cannons in the middle to always have detection against these ghosts.
Kevin, watching games like this is just inspiring. Players like MC and Taeja truly stand above the rest of the world. But what is it that makes these guys so much better?
Storm? No storm's going down. I don't know, Ben. You tell me.
I wish I had a good answer. It's just I think it's in there. I don't know. Attitude, genetics, something, man. MC.
I think dedication and hard work stand pretty high up in that war.
That goes without saying.
Oh,
man.
MC, Ben, he is gonna drop storms. He has to keep that Zelnaga Watchtower, I feel. Well, this observer was outside of the range.
Ghosts are
the
actually
observers
killed. Now the Templar are going to come forward. One storm does go down, but only a single storm. Nice snipes there by Taeja. Picks off one High Templar.
I love this path of observers. MC is thinking ahead as well. Not a scan goes down though, so he has to move this observer. This is extreme high level play right now. You know, because this is what happened to me this morning, but I did not have this path of observers. So I lost all my High Templars, and then I lost all my Colossus, and then I lost the game. In a very, very one-sided fight.
But MC has detection backing up his detection. First nuke starting to fall.
Loving the position on those ghosts as well. Wow, he EMP'd. Wow, did you see what he just did there? That's pretty genius. He wants to drop those nukes, but he also wants to make sure he won't lose the ghosts to the High Templars. So while he activates the nukes, he EMP'd his own ghosts so they can survive. So they can survive a feedback. I haven't seen this since the days that Terrans used to nuke their or EMP their own battle cruisers.
Second nuke starting to fall. MC
Observer's
shut
falling.
This one down. The observer did fall.
Only
like
one
said,
observer
Kevin.
remaining, Ben, on the map. MC needs more observers.
And
he has 7,000 minerals.
He's just making upgrade. Now he's going to put 2 observers into the production, 3 into production. Triple robo, getting it done here in the late game on Entombed Valley.
These guys are not letting us down. I'm digging it. 134 army supply against 126. More cannons and more observers. MC is, even though he's very rich, Ben, he should get a 5th base. Taeja is already quite comfortably mining from this. How many SCVs does Taeja have right now? Oops, take a look at this. He still has 66 workers. That's something I'm a little bit surprised by.
It's a lot of workers, and he's got such a big bank. You're absolutely right. He could, at this point in the game, probably afford to sack about 30 of them. Warp Prism with High
gates.
Templar loaded up. MC going to try to get fancy here.
More observers getting sniped. Yeah, we might see some storm drops. One of the first times that we saw this in a competitive game was back then in Intel Extreme Masters on Daybreak between MC and Select.
Fantastic
that was so cool. I remember
Still
watching
one of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah, man, it was awesome.
To this day.
It was such a great game. It was not on, did I say Daybreak? I mean Terminus Re, of course. Because back then we had no Daybreak.
You're right.
Yeah, it was Terminus. It was such a sick game.
MC looks like he wants to use this Warp Prism
Taeja's
for some
moving
harass.
forward.
Oh, really scary Terran army here.
Oh,
MC
the Warp
has to
Prism
be
is not
aware
here,
of it.
Ben.
That's a little bit problematic. One storm goes down, but it doesn't really hit
The Zelnaya Tower is
anything.
so important, as you can see. Vision is so important, man, in this phase.
Oh, wow, that's a good storm by MC. Going to catch a lot of the bio. Second storm kind of whiffs. Meanwhile, Warp Prism is just sitting idle. There's a couple of big storms all over the mining units of Taeja. A lot of SCVs fall immediately. A ton of mules are dropped. I think at this point, killing SCVs kind of helps Taeja.
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing, Ben. If there's one thing that Taeja would like you to kill or would love to see get killed, it's probably nukes. He's going to try to nuke over here once more. It's probably SCVs, of course. One of the ghosts does have a lot of energy. Scan is going down. MC's going to try to flank this army.
He's going to get an okay angle on it. Zealots and
Ghost.
Archons coming in. Oh, the EMP's hitting a lot of the High Templar. And oh, big storm on top of the main army of Taeja. Second one's going to go down, but is there enough backing up MC's army? I'm not sure that there is. Taeja's supply staying high. MC plummeting, dipping down below 100 supply as MC trying to hang in there. Both these players with a big bank can definitely afford to reinforce. Everything falls for MC. Where's the big Zealot reinforcement?
Yeah, he already
made third base.
Man, this is like, look at these hooligans. They're ready for a fight, and lots of the most of these units are still recovering from the previous battle. Taeja has to pick up.
Taeja's got to do something. He is going to pick up, but he's got to be very mindful of feedback because High Templar here just out of range, though.
Oh, that could have been some precious cargo lost. Interesting enough, though, is that Taeja lost a lot of expensive units over there as well. Yes, he won that battle, but he also lost most of his Vikings and lost most of his ghosts. But if you take a look at the bank right now, what those mules have done for him, Taeja is still so rich, while MC
is now maxed again.
MC maxed out within 30 seconds. Okay, I guess that's what happens when you have 25
gates. How many
gates.
Gateways does he have? I'm going to try to get a count while you figure out what else is going on in this game.
Let's do that. There's only one observer on the map right now again. That's so important that MC keeps thinking. And finally, Ben, he's going to get Pinance. I feel that battle could have been much better for MC if he had Pinance more forward. Because right now, all the warp-ins that he made were not warp-ins that's going to help him immediately. Here come the ghosts, though, Ben.
Big fight in the middle of the map. Great EMPs blanketing everything in MC's army. Colossi going to try to help, but I feel like once more, Taeja just has a little too much.
Army is so sick by Taeja.
MC forced back. Now with 24 gateways, Kevin, he will be able to reinforce very quickly, but Taeja's army seems so much more cost-effective at this point. Templar!
Only 5 Vikings remaining right now, while MC still has 2 Colossus. That could make a difference.
And 3 more in production. That's going to help a lot. Right now, Taeja committing pretty much purely to Marine Marauder Ghost production.
Yeah, I mean, Taeja wants to make sure he's not going to overmake Vikings, that he's not suddenly stuck with 15 Vikings against Gateway units only. But that's not the case. The opposite is true. MC is still going strong. Oh, nukes going down.
That's really scary.
Triple
MC
nuke.
sees it immediately and is going to back right off. That's going to block the movement of MC's army down to this expansion, but these Archons are apparently the scariest 2 Archons in the world. Taeja did not want to tangle with them. Nukes falling, killing just a cannon and doing some damage on a pylon. That's about it. Taeja maxed out. MC
10 Vikings right now,
maxed out. The
5 Colossus. 5 Colossus against 10 Vikings. I think the next fight for MC might be the best fight that he could have so far had, as finally those Colossus won't melt immediately. Sandwich
MC is going to come in from both sides. Move command on the Zealots. Finally, they do get in position. Storms go down all over the Vikings. They're all going to fall, and now there are Colossi with nothing able to target them. Is there an observer, though, Kevin? There's no observer, Kevin. Cloak Ghosts are going to kill everything, and Taeja might have just done it.
I don't know, Ben. Those Zealots. Scan is going down once more. Observer
does
falls.
show up and fall again.
Oh, my God. Splash damage.
So incredibly close. Kevin, the problem right now for MC is he doesn't have the same kind of bank that Taeja does. He's down to 90 supply with only 700 minerals, less than 200 gas. Taeja is still just rolling
34 minutes, man. 34 minutes of almost action. More observers in production. But I love the nukes, man, because what the nukes not only do is force MC out of position, but they take care of the cannons, and that's his detection. Detection is so crucial against the amount of ghosts. And man, even a fusion core is going down right now. Do you think we're gonna see it?
It is possible to see some battle cruisers, of course, is the word I was trying to find, as Taeja is maxing out once more.
But MC is basically only mining from 2 bases now, Ben, and one of these bases is super, super thin, so soon it's going to be a 1-base Protoss with 65 probes.
That's right, against a mini-base Terran who is more than doubling MC's income right now. Taeja just playing a near flawless game on Entombed Valley, really has done so much right.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, I felt that last fight would have perhaps been the fight of MC finally, because I felt with only 10 Vikings against 5 Colossus, and he landed the Storm on the Vikings. I thought, MC, this might be your moment. But Taeja was so keen on sniping observers all the time. And I cannot emphasize enough on how important it is for MC to keep detection alive.
MC does want to try and pick another fight here. It's going to be a tough one, though, as Taeja's maxed once more. MC's just going to go for it. I think he knows this will probably be his last stand. Another Storm goes down. This one dodged beautifully by Taeja as he continues to just outmaneuver MC. Nice snipe there, picks off one more High Templar.
First Battlecruiser is in production now as well. MC doesn't have any Colossus anymore, gave up on producing Colossus. I like this little pylon over here surrounded by 5-6 cannons. Against a player as good as Taeja, Ben, I really feel that it's crucial that you keep the Zelnaga Watchtower, because he's just always going to pick up your observers. So getting some cannons in the middle of the map, I feel could have made a difference on those very rare moments, but they were there that MC had control of the middle.
Another nuke going down outside this 6 o'clock expansion of MC. He's got to split up his army, and it's going to make it very difficult for him to maneuver to defend his final mining base.
This game is just nuts.
Still nukes just going down all over the place, and this army from Taeja, Kevin, there's just not an answer for MC. Certainly not when the battlecruisers come, because there's only zealots on the ground.
I don't know, like I kind of like that MC is ignoring the Colossus right now, because Taeja is always somehow EMP going down on the Nexus. Oh, look at the High Templars, they're so clumped up. Careful, MC. Scan goes down, feedbacks maybe. Hits 3-4.
On a couple of units. As,
oh, nice feedbacks over here from the high ground. Did not see those. Good move by MC, but his army is still so incredibly scary. He's going to need super herb storms.
And Taeja's awful clumped up. If ever there was an opportunity for good storms, it's now, but the EMPs again are just
more High Templars coming in, though.
This is going to be the final fight, I'm afraid, for MC, as he does. Wow, he's storming so well. Taeja's splitting so well. Medivacs, Marines, Marauders, Ghost, everything coming out for Taeja. MC's supply continues to fall, and there's just not an answer. Taeja has
almost done it, man. Look at his hero Archon. The Archon says not today.
Once again, MC will barely hang in there.
Now he's really down to 1 mining base, and it's sick. Imagine, man, the moment that he got those feedbacks off and Taeja finally decided to go up this ramp. If MC had 1 or 2 more High Templars, and I know hindsight is 20/20, and it's so much easier to always have stuff right when you're just watching, but one key storm, like on top of that army when it was in the middle of the ramp, could have made a difference, but Taeja wouldn't be Taeja if he wouldn't have sniped those High Templars as well. And sick fights, really, really amazing game.
You are so right. This is a battle of champions. MC has won more money than anybody else in the history of StarCraft 2. Taeja, in the last 3 months, is the single most successful player on the planet. This is maybe, you could even say, the old school versus the new, and MC holding strong.
So many battlecruisers are in production, though, Ben, and MC. I wonder what MC is going to think the moment he's going to see those battlecruisers roll in, or well, float in. They don't really roll.
I think sad face.
That's it's unlikely, man. How often do you see this? A Terran with like a Terran fleet flying to MC's base? That doesn't happen very often. You know you're very good at this game once you're making battlecruisers against MC.
And the capital ships are rolling out. Taeja, with a little bit of a drop, has spotted MC's perhaps final attempt at taking a new expansion, and he will at least momentarily shut it down.
40-minute game.
Going to fall. This Nexus almost certainly going to be canceled. And that is going to be the deciding maneuver. Taeja takes game number 2, 40 minutes, 30 seconds of non-stop action. That was Liquid Taeja best Terran on the planet, MC, the boss toss. What a game.
Both games so far. I mean, we thought game 1 was really cool because it was action-packed, going back and forth, and MC showed some really ballsy moves, like going in and sniping the turret. But this second game just blows me away. It's so hard to play against a Terran who has control like Taeja. It's almost insane. And I felt MC did so much stuff right as well. And it's so weird because how the game started, we almost forget about it. But if you just rewind, it's like MC losing those sentries in the start. He's about to die. No, he actually gets away with quick 3 bases. Wow, he's in superb shape right now. And then Taeja just takes some fantastic fights.
And the game just goes and goes and goes and goes. And eventually, somehow, some way, Taeja does pull it out. Ties up the series 1-1. That game brought to you by Stamps.com. Hassle-free postage from your PC. We are running a special promotional offer on Stamps.com deals. You can get all the information on that at nasl.tv/p/stamps. Please check that out for all your postage needs today, guys. We're going to take a very quick break. Our final game of the day, MC versus Taeja, Game 3, the rubber match, when we get back.